Chrisanne, Lucky Cat Stitches is my channel name. Today is September 25th. It's a Sunday afternoon, quiet except for the sound of the laundry going. This is going to be a short update. I'm just going to do about 5 things that my top 5 are the 5 things I did right. It'll include progress I've made, plans I've made, haul I've gotten, and of course, hugging my girl. So I have that feature on here as well. And and a flashback. So first, we'll look at the flashback. It is a Halloween wreath that I put together using Mill Hill beads. I just brought it down from my sewing room. I leave it up all year in my sewing room. I got the idea last year when I noticed that the Mill Hill kits that I tend to get for Halloween are the brightly colored ones with the fluorescence and the purples and the greens. So that is in this next little clip. So what I wanted to show you today is this wreath back behind my head. This is my Halloween wreath. And it's primarily bright colors in Mill Hill bead Halloween kits. I got the wreath itself at Michael's last year, and I've gotten some of the pics. I'm going to zoom, which basically means I'm going to hold the webcam closer to the piece. So I have those spiders. Oops. There's the spiders. That house was added. So I only got one thing this week. I have to make sure it's saying record because I just went through all of this and it wasn't recording. I only got one thing. It was off of Stash Unload. It's a basket of memories from Blackbird Designs. It's part of their Merit Pin Keep series. Just a little sweet pincushion. That's not to say next week I won't have more because I clicked 3 times the order button this morning. PayPal makes it so easy, which is a blessing and a curse. And I hope to have something I paid for back in August that I had forgotten about, that the vendor had forgotten about. I got a reminder email saying, have you gotten this yet? Because our records show it hasn't been mailed yet. I was like, oh yeah. So I'm hoping that will be here too. It's just a little blingy piece for an ornament I haven't even stitched yet. So now I'm going to show you the progress I've made. This is from Prairie Schooler Acorns. I keep working on this. Crow and Pumpkin. I used Weeks Dye Works instead of the called for floss. The black is onyx. I think the orange is pumpkin pie. I love the variation and the variegation here. I think that's so pretty. And I don't have a whole lot left to do, which is good. The second one I had to start this week. I went to a local shop and they had kitted up a Prairie Moon pattern. And this never really appealed to me, but it was all right there. And it was a reasonable price. And I thought, I don't have to, this is something I can just grab and go. It doesn't look that complicated. It's called Bat Kitty. And they had put all of the weeks in there. They had a needle. They had the button, which you can't see. It's in there. It called for this 30 count natural linen, and that's what I've done on the natural linen. This is supposed to be the top of the piece. It's 30 count and it's by Northern Linen. It's real stiff. and just doing this, and it felt like the linen was grabbing the weeks. It's just I was hating it. I thought I'll never finish it because if you don't like the way it feels, and I'm very tactile. I do most of my stitching in hand, and I could get paper cuts. And I thought about tea dyeing it, and I was doing research on tea dyeing, and one website says you need 40 tea bags, and it's like, no, I want to stitch it now. I don't want to wait for it to drip dry tea all over. No. So I went up to my stash and I found this little scrap. I think it's a Silk Weavers. Anyway, let's stick this behind there. It's purples and pinks. And I did the black first, and then I put in, that's citron right there. I'm going to try and turn on another light. It probably won't help. Nope, that doesn't help at all. That's just annoying. Never mind. Anyway, the fabric is a lavender with pinks. That green just popped out. The witch's face, oops, there it is, will be green. The orange just pops. It's a nice soft fabric. It's 32 count. I love it. I love it. I have another piece of this linen. I'm going to see if there's a companion piece. There's probably a bat doggy or something. But anyway, and I'm just going to show you the picture again. There's the picture again. So I'm having fun with this. And of course, last night when I had decided to just ditch that other linen, I started watching Practical Magic, which just kind of goes along with it, kind of a fun, whimsical piece. So that's my progress this week. So sign up number 1, because I had said in the intro or on the title page that it was the year of signups or sign up queen or some such. So starting in October, there is a group on Facebook called Year of Whips. It goes from October of 2016 through December of 2017. And it's a commitment to work on whips you have. I dug out some incredibly old works in progress, stuff I didn't remember, and then I picked up some stuff that I just got bored with, stuff that's really close to being finished, other things that aren't close to being finished, but with this encouragement, because this group has a built-in cheerleading faction. We've been paired with postcard pals to encourage, just to give us a lift. I think it's great, except I couldn't find any postcards. I went to 4 places until this morning. I went to a local, not even a local cider mill, a cider mill that is probably 40 minutes away. I had to go to that town to do a property check anyway. So even though I don't live in Kansas, I bought Kansas postcards, because if Postcard Pal doesn't have postcards, what are they then? A Hallmark Pal? I don't know. So, Kim, I started. Kim, of course, has an inside track. My Postcard Pal that's going to be encouraging me. I told her that I was going to need a lot of Lazy Daisy love, because I have a piece that I just remember going on and on. And then that same piece, I just had a flashback there too. It has some rayon silk stuff in it. It's not even silk, it's rayon floss that God only knows where it is, or if if it's even still made, because I think I started that project in 95, 97, something like that. Something that just doesn't seem that long ago until you go, wait, it's 16 now and 19 years ago. Anyway, I'm going to put a link below in the description box for where you can see my video. It's a separate video. It's not labeled flosstube, that I did to describe the year of works in progress, the year of whips. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. There's a lot of check-ins and atta-girls type of thing. So I'm really looking forward to that. So, number 5 in my 5 things I've done right this week. I signed up, my other sign up was for a group that Miss So Crafty, there we go, Stephanie had done. It's called Stitch from Stash 2017A. It starts in January. You set a monthly budget for yourself. No one's going to know if you're lying except you, so you don't lie. But to try and reduce the money that you spend on stash. If you're like me, I have enough stuff to last me another, I don't know, 500-600 years. I might run out of week's dye works, so I'd have to, occasionally stock up on that. But other than that, I really don't need anything else. So $25 a month, and so if I don't spend $25 on stuff in January, that means I have $50 to spend, and it's of my own money. Or if I finish something, which goes hand in hand with the year whips, then, like if I finish one of the small pillows that's almost done, that gives me a credit of $2. So instead of $25 in February, I'd have $27. So, which makes me think, maybe I shouldn't try and finish anything October, November, December. Maybe I should save it all for January and get extra money. That sounds like playing the system, doesn't it? Anyway, I think that this is going to be a good thing because I'm trying to save money for that trip to Sweden and all of that stuff. So I'm really looking forward to having some spending money to go to Sweden. So let's on to number 6. So number 6, hugged my girl. Out of my 5 top things I do every week, hugging my girl is my number 1, my number 6, and actually it should be like 1 through 4 too, or 5. Anyway, so this week found us running her every night to rehearsal for her theater troupe. Last night was their giant gala. That was their major fundraiser. We got to go to the live dress rehearsal on Friday. We knew the upcoming Broadway shows that are coming to Kansas City to Starlight Theater. We got to see the breakout video, or the announcement video. We got to see her on stage. I'm going to put some still pictures in. We weren't allowed to record, of course, but they had so much fun. And now it's on to learning Christmas music. So we did rehearsals and the gala. Oh, yesterday I worked at our festival in the park and manned our booth for 5 hours. And it was hot. It was 86 degrees at the end of September, if not more. At the end, I told my husband, I don't know if I want to take a shower or take a nap or both at the same time. And I did do both. But anyway, we had a great time. And that's it. That's my wrap for today. I tried to do this without my reading glasses on, so if I'm squinting too much, that happens. And I did it in a different spot with a sleeping pal back here. He's not going to wake up. That's Sebastian. Space is right here. Didn't even move. I'll have to poke him later. Anyway, have a great week. I hope you have fun. I hope you can find 5 things you do right. And I'll see you next time.